Okay, well, Adam, you're first, and that's a perfect topic. So let's jump into that one. So, first of all, thank you. Going first is the scariest part. If you ever watch my TED Talk, that's one of the things I talk about. I won't get into that topic right now, but I want to commend you, Adam, for having the courage to jump in there. So that's a perfect topic. So I invite you to unmute and first tell me just a little bit about what you're experiencing. So your new job, you're 6 months in. I can't find motivation to get out. I feel stuck and I'm doom scrolling. So when was a time recently when you caught yourself doom scrolling?
Almost every day. I know what I need to do. I've got, this is a sales job. It's a high demand sales job, and we've got a lot of catching up to do. And, whenever I look at this big list of all this stuff that needs to get, we're behind on, I just can't pull myself to get it going. And I lack the motivation. And, a lot resonated when, I forgot the first guy that shared
Phil.
on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
that was
You
Phil.
know,
Totally. I was just thinking about Phil as you're sharing this. Absolutely.
he resonated so much whenever, I get in this mindset where I don't feel like I'm good enough, and, that they're going to catch on here that I don't know what I'm talking about or know what I'm doing when, I've been in this industry for 10 years, and I get in this negative mindset that I don't know what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And that's, then it's been 6 months, and, the team continues to fall further behind. And I'm lacking that motivation to get up in the morning and do it. And I feel like I know the tools, I know the meditation, cold plunging, the exercising in the morning, the
Mhm.
affirmations. I know all the tools. Do I do them? Hardly ever. But
Mhm.
that, it feels like that, like you said, that piece of the puzzle is missing. It's to
Mhm.
just connect it.
Powerful. So thank you, Adam, for sharing all this. This is super powerful. And I just want to honor you that and that's sometimes the most frustrating part is you see that, hey, if I just did my cold plunge, if I just exercised, if I just did this work, then I would be able to get in the calls. And then often we blame ourselves. Like, why can't I do the work? What's wrong with me? And that just makes us feel even worse. And then out comes the phone and the doom scrolling more and more, right? And then you spin in that cycle, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that's, first of all, let me just check in. First question I asked you, from back to Tuesday, the most important question I ask is, am I being empowered or disempowered? Which is this?
Well, disempowered whenever I'm.
Yeah, this is super disempowered, right? So first we're recognizing it. Now let me see the outdoor version of you. What's your favorite outdoor sport?
Hiking.
Hiking. And tell me real quick, what's one experience you've had hiking where you felt powerful, alive, proud of yourself for like a big mountain or a big hike that you tackled and succeeded on?
In Seattle, there's a mountain next to Mount Rainier. It's called Crystal Mountain, and
Is it the same as the ski area?
yeah,
Yeah, cool, cool. Uh-huh, yeah.
yeah, we did it during the summer. No one really wanted to do it, and I was the one guy. They were like, "Oh, it's not that bad." It wasn't it wasn't a huge hike. It was something you could do in a couple of hours. But yeah, everybody was trying to like, no, let's just catch the trolley and go up. I was like,
Mhm.
no, we're going up this mountain on foot. And I convinced the group to do it, and everybody was dragging their feet at the beginning, but once we were in it and halfway up it, and once we made it to the top, everybody, that sense of accomplishment of like, man, we are so glad we listened to you and we did that. Everybody had a great time, and it was a really cool hike.
Oh, powerful, right? And so such a perfect story. There you are, you're sitting at the base, you're looking up, and I haven't skied Crystal, but I've seen plenty of photos. It's a steep mountain. It's one of the steeper ski areas in the country. You're looking up at this thing. What did you tell when the other people were saying, whoa, like, I'm not doing that? What did you tell yourself when you sat there at the bottom looking up?
Yeah. I knew I was going up, and it's we were in Seattle, and it was the one hike, and I was like, I'm here, and this is what I want to do, and this is the reason we're here. So I'm going up this without you, and I get it I feel more alive. I'm motivated, and just with the nature and everything. It's
Mhm.
I knew what I was doing, and that's what I tell myself is I'm going up.
I'm going up. Notice that determination, that conviction, that place you speak from. I'm going up. And then from there, you felt motivation, you felt energy, you felt excitement, right? Just pulling you forward to that summit, right? But at work, what you're doing is you're trying, it's like you're trying to push rope. You keep trying to push yourself to do all these things. And how well is that working for you versus the pull magnetically towards that summit?
Yeah, it's not working at work.
Yeah, it's not working at all. And so just first step into possibility with me here. What if that motivated, powerful, convicted version of you showed up to calls? There's got to be a few days every once in a while that happens. Can you remember at least one time? Because I can't imagine you've had zero calls, you've had zero success in sales, so you probably wouldn't be in this job, right? What is one time when you felt conviction, motivation, that same I'm going up? Can you remember even a single call you've done or a single day where you felt that?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We signed we thought we were losing a customer, and we thought he was gone, and went a different direction, but it was just change of leadership and um, taking some small steps that and finding the new person that came in and taking over the role, and having lunch with him, and got him signed earlier this week, and brought the customer back. That was a huge win.
Yeah, most of customer's first name, just so we can talk about him.
Stuart.
Stewart. So Stewart, right? And so in Stewart, you were like, this guy's going cold on you. You thought you're losing him, right? You could have gone down the disempowered fork, right? You could have gone, what did I do wrong? I shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? How did
Yeah,
you combat those thoughts in that moment? Because I'm sure they came up.
it was one of the first customers at the this new position, and we just stayed focused on it, and
What about you?
was
Speak about you, not we. Speak about you, Adam. What did you do when you thought Stewart was sliding away, your commission's disappearing? This is one of your
yeah.
first customers. What did you tell yourself in that moment? This is you in empowerment. Let's unpack it.
Yeah, I was, I I feel like I was just able to stay focused, and to really just do some digging, and add the motivation, because with the boss over the shoulder, and um,
Make it sound like it's something that happened to you. Motivation. You can have the boss standing over the shoulder and still give him the middle finger, right? You found motivation comes from within. You
yeah,
noticed that I did the digging. What were you telling yourself? Were you telling yourself, I'm going to get Stewart back. I'm not losing this guy. What were you? Was that it or was it something else?
it, yeah, I guess was following just the sales process that we've been trained, and being able to stick with it. Yeah, and it was a lot of me saying, it's like this is we're not going to lose this guy. This is a big customer, and you know,
I'll say it
and
again.
just
I'm not losing this guy.
yeah,
Say that again.
I'm not losing this guy.
Say that again.
I'm not losing this guy.
Yeah, notice your emotional intensity is increasing. Say it one more time. Come on,
I'm
you're
not
doing good.
losing this guy.
I'm not losing this. Say it again. I'm not losing this guy.
Yeah, not losing him.
Yeah. That's the same you who looked up at crystals. You see that? Do you feel that?
Yeah,
It's just buried. That's the conviction. That's the real you, Adam. And you didn't lose him. You brought him back. And how did it feel when Stewart signed? Brought him back.
yeah, it was great. It was a huge win. It was a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah. This is what's available to you every single day. So there's a whole process for unearthing this. We can't solve it all in one single conversation. I wish we could. I wish there was a pill I can give you, but this is the
Yeah,
truth. This truth, you touched it, you felt it today, didn't you? And now the next step is just to condition it. Now, there's a whole process for that, but the shortcut I'm going to invite you is to just remember this conversation. And when that temptation to doom scroll comes up, what if you just pictured Stuart and you pictured Crystal and you reminded yourself of who you really are and what you're capable of? What becomes possible from here?
A lot.
Give me something specific. What's the goal you want to hit? You're in sales. I imagine you're commission based. What's the goal that you want to hit?
Getting back to feeling comfortable in the sales role. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel good enough. There's
Mhm,
been a lot
mhm,
going on in the last couple of years, and that's what I struggle with is
mhm,
feeling comfortable and that I'm good enough to do it.
mhm. Now that's powerful. That's what's getting in the way is the discomfort. They're not good enough. Those are deeply habituated ways of feeling, thinking, and acting. But I asked you a slightly different question. This job recognized it. I said, what's your goal though? That's a means to an end. When you are comfortable, when you are good enough, again, and Steve and I can absolutely get you there. What's the goal? First, a lot of guys, it's just, hey, I want to hit quota. I want to get a certain commission. I want an income level. Is that it, or is it something else?
Yeah, we're at a big negative number, and we set a really big goal, and it's to get back down to zero, back to even. And
Mhm.
that's the goal.
And what's your goal specifically in that? Is it 10 more stewards or what is it? Just give me something.
Yeah, it's about 25 more.
25 stewards. Okay. And when you have 25 stewards, what will change? Why do you want this goal?
Well, we get paid more, but it would show also,
The
the
money's a
positive.
means to an end. What will that change for you when you sit there and you have 25 stewards? Is it for you? Do you have a family? Is it for the family? Are you a provider? Is that part of this? Or some guys are, some
Yeah,
guys aren't.
yeah. I mean, I have a daughter, split custody, pay child support. I'd feel more confident in my job. Got a new house. It would, I'd feel comfortable and with its position, because we're in such a big hole, and I've, having the boss feel comfortable and confident in me.
Powerful. Okay, so Adam, are you ready to go? We can go to the deep end of the swimming hole. You ready to go to the deep end with me?
Yeah,
I invite you to close your eyes. You're doing a great job, but we've been in the realm of thoughts. I want to get us to the realm of emotions, which is where the deep movement, the huge, because remember, emotions drive thoughts, thoughts drive actions, actions create results. Close your eyes and put your hands on your heart. That thumping thing on the chest that keeps you alive. And keep your eyes closed for a second. Now I want you to just take a deep breath. We're going to calm the sympathetic nervous system and activate the parasympathetic, which is the rest, digest, and recuperate. So take a deep, long, slow breath through your nose and exhale equally long and slow through your mouth. And do 3 more breaths like that. And just quiet the rational mind, the prefrontal cortex. Doing great, Adam. Now tell me, what's your daughter's name?
Emily,
Emily. I want you to pick, how old is she?
8.
Perfect. I have a 13-year-old. I get it. So picture Emily in front of you. And she's in that cute, adorable mode, going, I love you, Dad, and all snuggly. What do you see in your mind's eyes? You're picturing Emily in that happy, connected moment with her. Describe this her to me, and which first one that comes to mind.
Uh, her giving me a hug,
Mhm. What's that hug feel like?
everything.
Yeah. And when she's giving you that hug, how do you hug her back?
Tight.
tight. And sometimes you say something to her. What do you whisper to her in that hug?
Anything you go through, we're going to go through together.
Yeah. She hugs you in that moment. She's there squeezing. She's receiving your wisdom. Anything we go through together. You love her, don't you?
Yeah.
She is your everything. And
Yep.
so when you get those 25 stewards, it's not for some just arbitrary paycheck, it's for her. How will that improve her life? When that money is rolling in, those commission checks are coming in, what will that change for her? Keep your eyes closed. You're doing so good. Just feel it.
You, you know, I don't maybe more vacations. I don't more time with me. You know, just want her to be proud of me.
I love you. Yeah. You want to see her, you want to show her success, not just tell her how
Yeah.
to be successful. You want to show her. Because again, if the money is just a piece of this, this is far deeper. You're not a money-driven person. In the end, I see that about you, Adam. You really want to have these stewards because you want to be proud of yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
What will change when you're coming home that night when you've signed Stewart, and when you got to talk to her, whether she was there with, or with your ex, doesn't matter. Like when you got to connect with her next, what side of you did Emily get to see?
The proud side.
Yeah, and how did it feel to show her the proud, the Olympian, the guy with the gold medal around his neck, the guy
Yeah.
who did something hard, who went through it, and she was there with you, silently cheerleading you on that whole time. What was it like to share that side of you with her?
I feel amazing.
Do you want more of that?
Yeah, for sure.
So she is your lever. And with a big enough leverage, we can move mountains. So what if when it's time to pick up calls, you just did what we just did is close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, take those deep breaths, and picture Emily hugging you and reconnect to this feeling that you're having right now of pride and sharing pride and her telling you, Dad, we can go through anything together. And feel those emotions you just felt. You uncorked a whole lot of powerful emotions just now. You felt that, didn't you?
Yeah.
And motivation is fuel. Motivation that you just tapped into, Adam, is rocket fuel.
Yeah.
You think that phone will feel lighter, or however it is you're doing your sales calls. The proverbial phone will feel lighter when you're tapped into that emotion, that connection to Emily.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm proud of you, Adam. That was huge.
Thanks.
You just swam in the deep end. You can do this. You are the guy who climbs crystal and everybody else. And what I loved about that story too, bring this in, keep your eyes closed, just receive the truth I'm sharing with you, is that other people followed you. You are a leader. You started by saying, I'm going up. And then everybody else went up too. And then they listened to you and they said, Adam, we're so glad we listened to you. You're a leader. Other people are looking to you for leadership, and this is one of your superpowers. So bring that truth in too. How do you feel right now?
Feel good.
Yeah, this is empowerment. This is what empowerment feels like. It's not just an intellectual experience. This is what alignment feels like. Emotions, thoughts, actions all rolling together. What are you telling yourself right now about sales calls?
Picture that hug with Emily before the call.
And what are you telling yourself about? You got to do some, it's Tuesday, it's Thursday, right? You still got sales calls to do. What can you tell yourself right now? What's an empowered truth that's going to help you hunt down that next steward? What's a thought you can have?
that I'm a leader.
I'm a leader. Say that again.
I'm a leader.
Say it one more time.
I'm a leader.
Yeah, there we go. Now open up your eyes. You're a leader, Adam. Hell yeah. Bring that in. Guys, give him a word of encouragement. Some of you are already doing this. Thank you, Luke and Chuck and Jeremy. Like that was magic. That was courage. That's you being a leader. You're the first who jumped in. All these other guys are like, oh, I'm not going to be first. You just showed it on this call, brother. I'm so proud of you.